Conspiracy. Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel, or if this is your first time to my channel, hi, my name is Sarah. As you can tell by my face, maybe, and the title, absolutely, we are going to be getting into a lot of conspiracies, and by that, I mean the Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star collab. This was probably a long time in the making. Like, they literally did an entire series on Shane's channel about the entire process to making that was a weird sentence, to making makeup. And it basically, like, I don't even want to say viral because, like, it's past viral. Like, each video has, like, I'm just gonna put a screenshot of what it is currently while I'm editing this in post. It is insane. Each one of them has an intense number of views. And I'm going to be talking about a lot of things today. I'm going to be covering a lot of things today. This is probably going to be a very long video. We're going to be getting into the palette itself, or the palettes, because there's actually two palettes. All of the products themselves, the pricings, whether I think they are worth it or not, the launch date, and what happened there. Obviously, this makeup tutorial I filmed, so I also want to put that in the video. And hell, I'm even probably going to put their merch in the video because, well, that's a thing too. So if you guys want to see all of that, then let's get started because there's a lot. So actually, let's just start out with the merch because, like, not super happy about that. So when Killer Merch, aka Jeffree Star's merch line, it's a merch line that he has in his warehouses where he ships out not only his merchandise, but also he's basically the distributor for a bunch of other companies. So he makes some money off of them, but he also transfers his merchandise out from there. So he collaborated, this was his first collaboration with Shane Dawson, like in an actual, like, merch format, and he collaborated with him on hoodies, bags, he even collaborated with Andrew, who's Shane's cameraman and partial editor. So I purchased one of their sweaters, the editing, and I am super not happy. Not with the product itself, because hell do I even know about the product itself, but I'm not happy because I bought it on the launch date and received confirmation that it came out of my bank account, received confirmation not in an email form, but on the actual order page itself that I paid for it. It even showed my address, it showed everything. However, it also said that I would be receiving either text or email notifications, which I did sign up for the text notifications, and I signed up for the email notifications. Obviously, because you get email notifications no matter what, because you're signed up with your email. I've gotten none of those. It has been almost a month. Like, almost a straight up month. They did the launch on, apparently I can't tell you when they did the launch, but I think everybody by now knows when they did the first launch. But I got the order confirmation, I got my order number, it says, "Thank you, Sarah, your order is confirmed, you'll receive an email and text when your order is ready. Order updates, you'll get shipping and delivery updates by email and text." And then it has my correct email, it has my correct number, it has my correct everything, and the shipping method is international shipping, 4 to 15 business days. I have not received a single update. Not only have I not received a single update about this, but I have also tried to contact Killer Merch, who didn't respond. I've also tried to contact Jeffree Star twice, who didn't respond at all, and Shane Dawson, I believe 2 or 3 times, and not a single one of them have responded to anything I've sent, which I am super disappointed in because I was really looking forward to filming this portion, or at least this entire video, in one of the things. I thought it would be kind of like funny full circle moment where I'm wearing merch and I am reviewing merch. But apparently not. Apparently they had other ideas for me. With that being said, I swear I'm not trying to be negative. I swear this entire video is not just going to be purely negative. I just wanted to get that out there because I'm severely disappointed because it was quite a bit of money. It was $67 and some odd cents, I believe, US, which is a lot more Canadian. Maybe it's in Canadian, but either way, I lost a lot of money because obviously this product isn't getting to me and nobody is giving me any sort of indication that they give a shit. But continuing on, obviously I have a full face, or well, I have a face of makeup, so the makeup got to me. Though with that being said, I did order off Beautylish, so I don't know about anybody else's makeup. I know that during the PR thing has all been obviously received by everybody who they sent it to. Besides that though, with actual, like, full out people buying them, I haven't seen a lot of reviews online of people who didn't get the PR package, but you guys are about to see this one. So getting into the packaging. I love how I close that when I'm getting into the packaging. So getting into the packaging itself, the unicarton is pretty cool. Not gonna lie, it's pretty cool. I'm probably gonna keep the unicarton for the conspiracy palette. Maybe not the mini palette, because honestly, besides the texture, it doesn't really strike my fancy all that much. But besides that, it's almost like a static texture, which I think is exactly what they were going for, if I could follow their video as well as I did. Besides that though, definitely keep the conspiracy packaging like the unit carton, but continuing on to the actual cartons. The actual palette. It is hollow. Anybody who makes anything merchandise related that's going to be hollow should definitely send Christine some, just so that she can do like a quality check. But once you open it up is when you get obviously all the shades and the mirror, which the mirror, it's a mirror, although, oh god, you can see exactly where all of the, I don't even know what that would be called, maybe like the access shadow? But it just has the Jeffree Star Cosmetics logo to the left and the Shane Dawson to the right. And now this is a new Shane Dawson logo. He's never had this before. He created it specifically with Jeffree Star. For the first one you have Flat Earth, which is a baby blue. Cry on My Couch, which is kind of just like a beige. My Boyfriend's Purse, which is another beige, but it has kind of more of a satin feel to it. Controversy, which is a nice little purple. Diet Root Beer, which obviously is going to be the color of Diet Root Beer, so it's like a kind of like a warmer mid-tone brown. My Apology, which honestly, I am super stoked on trying. And that's going to be kind of, it's not dual chromatic, but it's a very, very nice satin, darker mid-tone purple. Exposed is a very nice little lilac. Cancelled is a very nice deep blue. It's almost like a slight teal. Simulation is probably going to be between Cancelled and Simulation being people's favorite in this palette. Maybe it's just my favorite because I love blues, because I also really like Flat Earth. And My Apology. Honestly, I like most of the tones in this palette. But the Simulation is going to be a very dark navy satin blue. Continuing on, this baby right here. This is like the star of the show, pretty much. It is the Conspiracy palette. Now I'm going to say the packaging to this guy is pretty much just along the same lines as the packaging to Blue Blood. Although with that being said, they're both obviously Jeffree Star palettes. One is just the collaboration with Shane, which is kind of, the way Jeffree Star explained it is that it's under the Jeffree Star name, but it's Shane Dawson stuff. So it might even be a continuous product in his lineup where it's going to be permanent, but it does have the same kind of coffin type feel to it. And actually, if you guys haven't seen it, which I'm going to be referencing the entire series throughout this video because I watched the entire series and this video is all about it. Andrew actually made this packaging, like not like this full-on packaging, but he made the design for the packaging. And so he actually made it by going over what this is in a, I think it was like a document or like whatever it was, maybe Photoshop. He took this design and put this on it. And so they took that and they really loved it, and so they created it. Opening it up, you have the same Jeffree Star logo on the left and the Shane Dawson logo on the right, and then you have all the colors. Which, let me just tell you, everybody online is going off, well not everybody, but like half the online presence is going off about the fact that this color story doesn't match. It doesn't really tell a story at all. To which I say that it doesn't have to. This is obviously Shane Dawson's first dip with his toe into the makeup community. He has been doing his own makeup and people around him for a couple months now, and now we know why. But this doesn't have to tell an like actual story with the makeup. Like, as you can see by this palette, there are a lot of neutral shades, there are a little bit of pops of color, there are different consistencies. There's no actual glitter consistency here, except for maybe Sleep Paralysis might pass as one, and maybe Trisha, but not as much. It does have transition shades for almost all skin tones. I'm not going to say it's all skin tones because it's honestly really not. But it does have the pops of color in the middle and a little bit towards the bottom. But it doesn't need to have a color story. You don't have to be able to tell exactly this one can go with this one, this one can go with this one, and these three can go together. Because everybody should be creative with makeup. Obviously you can follow tutorials and whatnot, but for the most part, makeup is meant to be very, very fun. And I did tweet about this because, as I said, somebody made a comment about it and then went off on me on Twitter because that's what the internet does. And I made it a point to say that makeup doesn't always have to tell a story. It can just be fun. And this is obviously Shane's first dip into the community. So it's just nice to see, or it's just fun to see what he would consider to be good quality to put out to the world with his name on it. So the first one is Ranch, and it's going to be a satin cream off-white color. My Pills is definitely a beige. Tanacon, which I'm still baffled that he put Tannicon as an actual color. That is going to be kind of like a brownie beige. Diet Root Beer is the color of Diet Root Beer, which is also in the Mini Controversy palette. I think that's the only one that the two palettes actually share. Just a Theory is kind of like, I would say between Tannicon and Diet Root Beer, but it's going to be a satin, slight shimmery consistency. Spiraling is probably one of my favorite shades of this palette. Probably going to be like a brown tone gray that's going to be a satin. Conspiracy is probably the one that I'm going to use the least, but also one of my favorites. I don't know how to explain it. It's kind of like a pukey green, but like in a good way. And it's going to be, once again, a satin formulation. Pigment, very, very true tone, pink. Food Videos is probably another one of my favorites in this entire palette, maybe even in this entire collection. It is a neon green. It's almost like a yellow neon green. Trisha is going to be obviously a hot pink, almost like a Jeffree Star color, but Trisha Paytas, like we all know. Cheese Dust is literally the color if you crushed up Cheetos. Literally the color of that, which is going to be like a flattened orange. Flattened. Crush. Flaming Hot is a very hot pink. It's like a deep hot pink. What's the Tea is a beautiful, kind of closer to deeper but baby blue. Diet Cola, I'm gonna say it's a very blue tone silver satin. Not a Fact is going to be a very deep purple. Sleep Paralysis, my god, this color. It is in my inner corners and it is very creamy. I'll go into all of this, like my thoughts on the palette. But this shade is so unbelievably creamy. It's almost kind of dangerously creamy. But it's a very blackened silver. Lumina Tea, a very blackened teal satin. Then lastly, my Rides here is a very matte black. The last four usable products that I want to mention, because, my god, these are the only ones I could get. It's going to be Shane liquid lipstick, which is a metallic finish. Oh my god, which is a pink matte. I Gotta Go, which is a bronze metallic finish. And lastly, the one I'm wearing on my lips right now is Are You Filming? Are You Filming? This one is going to be probably, I would consider like a really red tone deep pink. Now yes, I did say that that was the last usable product, but I got one more thing from the collection. This is pretty much one of the things that I definitely wanted to pick up, and I was almost unsure because it got taken out of my cart twice. We will get into that once again, but it looked cooler for you guys, but for me all I saw was my face. It is the Pig Mirror. This came in black and pink, and I got the pink because it's more true tone. I was gonna get the black bag of this when his merch launched. Honestly, really glad I didn't because there was such an issue for me in that launch. But I thought staying true to the pig tones would be the best option for me. Getting into the launch date. For lack of better terms, it was a shit show. So they did the launch and the entire site crashed before they even did the launch. So the launch date, the entire site crashed before they even put any products out to people to get up to launch. I went onto the site at 9:58, I believe. It wasn't showing anything. Like it was literally not showing a single thing from the launch, which, I mean, it's before launch time, so it makes sense. Refreshed at 9:59, didn't see anything. Went to Beautylish as well because that's where I tend to get a lot of Jeffree Star stuff because they have free shipping once you get to a certain threshold, and Jeffree Star, my god, is the customs so expensive, and it's honestly not really worth it because if I were to buy an entire collection, the customs fees through Jeffree Star Cosmetics, like obviously through customs, but with that, it's usually about, I would say, probably about 70 or 80 bucks. Beautylish only charges, I think, like 15 or 20 depending on the taxes, and you have to pay no customs fees, which is really, really nice because when it gets to my door, I don't have to pay even more than I already have, which this was their biggest launch to date. So it was a little bit expensive. But $9.59, I refreshed Beautylish and I saw it on Beautylish, and I started clicking the products, and as I started clicking all the products that I wanted, I realized that the actual pig face that has all the liquid lipsticks is only available on Jeffree Star site, which I didn't know. And so I go to the Jeffree Star site and everything's already crashed. Like, I'm clicking the conspiracy header and it's just trying to save stuff, which I don't even know what that was about, but it would not load. And Beautylish was barely loading. It was taking so friggin' long. It was insane. It ended up taking me from 9:58, refreshing 2 to 3 times, until 10 o'clock, and then continuing on until almost 11, which at that point I had to leave for work. And I can't be late with the excuse that I needed to buy a palette or a collection of makeup. So I refreshed and refreshed and refreshed. I took every single one that I could in my basket, and by the time I checked out, which was literally like an hour later, like I wish I was exaggerating, but I'm not. It was literally about an hour later. Half of the stuff was taken out of my cart. So all of this that I've shown you guys is all that I could actually physically gather. Like, I guess virtually gather. There was absolutely no way that I could get any more of the collection, and I friggin' tried. Trust me, I tried. I'm getting so worked up about this. It was a shit show, and Shopify has actually apologized for their lack of trying. Their lack of commitment to this, because in Shane's series, they literally tell Shopify, this is going to be an incredibly big launch, keep your servers up, keep everything going as smoothly as possible, and it crashed in the first minute of launch, which is actually insane. Continuing past that though, it was not a continuous site until about an hour and a half later, and by that point I was already at work, so I couldn't exactly check it, and when I got off work, 8 hours later, they were still having a little bit of issues. They hadn't even put all of the products onto the site before everything had happened. Like, they were still selling through on the products because they weren't able to put those products on the site while it was crashed. And honestly though, all of the products that they hadn't put completely onto the site, like hadn't put all the quantities and everything onto the site, I had gotten the majority of, and the rest, like Beautylish sold out just like that. Morphe, I think, sold out within like an entire day, and Jeffree Star Cosmetics sold out just like that. Like, it was actually insane. Since this launch, they have already done a pre-sale launch, which sold out again in like 5 minutes. It was just, it was insane. Like, genuinely insane. They will be bringing it back in 2020, but that's also like at least 2 months away, and everybody is already going a little bit crazy over it. Hopefully by then I get my sweater, but probably not. I probably just lost $67. So let's get into the prices. So you've got the mini controversy palette, which, oh, it's not completely sold out yet. It is $28. You've got the entire conspiracy palette, which it is $52. You've got Shane, it is $18, which all of his liquid lipsticks are $18. They've got merchandise like bags and such like that I'm not going to get too into, because honestly this is more of a makeup thing, even though I did bring up their merch, but regardless. They have the entire collection for $210. They've got the Diet Shane lip balm, which is $18. They've got the palette bundle, which is going to obviously be the 2 palettes, the mini conspiracy and the just regular conspiracy. That's $72, which doesn't actually save you anything. You just get them at the same time, and you just, I don't even know why they do that. You got the gloss, Shane Dawson, which I actually saw online before they put this video out. Is there was like 3 or 4 people being like, if you don't name your gloss Shane Dawson, you're missing out on an opportunity. And then like 2 days later it came out that he had named it Shane Dawson. That is $18. The pig hand mirror, which I got, was $30. Again, the black pig handle is $30. The Shane and Jeffree velour liquid lipstick pig bundle is $90. There's a pink side bag, which is $35, and then there's like tracksuits and stuff like that. There was also a Nate pillow, which is also sold out. So there are however many people in the world with Nate on their bed, which sounds incredibly awkward. Going into my thoughts and feelings on this palette, and I say palette because I have not tried the mini controversy one. I've only done swatches of it. The formulation to all the mattes, they do have a little bit of kickback, but like what matte doesn't? Besides that, I would say the most dangerous shade is still going to be Sleep Paralysis. It is the creamiest shade between the 2 palettes. It is scary to swatch with a brush. It is scary to swatch with your finger. It is very, very creamy. I'm honestly afraid to put it on anywhere. But besides that, these shades are pretty damn good. There are some of them, like food videos, that take 2 or 3 layers to actually get the pure pigmentation that most people would want, or at least that I would want. The first one that I tried out of this entire palette is Cheese Dust, and oh my god, did it actually blow me away. And then Flaming Hot was very pigmented as well, and it is very difficult to make pinks and reds with a vegan formulation because usually they are made with carmine, which is basically ground beetle. So the fact that they have a pink in his first palette is absolutely amazing. And as always, they are vegan and cruelty free, so that's always a plus for me because obviously, if you guys have seen any videos on my channel in the past year, you will know that I recently went cruelty free. So we've talked prices, we've talked launch, we've talked merch, we've talked consistencies, we've done swatches of everything. This has been a long ass video. A very, very long video. I've already started out with my transition shade on, obviously, my crease. Coming in with Cheese Dust on a very fluffy blending brush, I'm going to be blending that above my crease and into my crease. On my outer corner, and a little bit more towards my lid, I'm coming in with Flaming Hot. I'm going to be doing a half cut crease today. From about here to here, so the middle of my lid, I'm going to be putting Trisha on top. And then blending that out. And lastly, for the inner corner, I'm going to be using food videos. For my base, for my inner corner, I'm actually going to be taking I Gotta Go and putting that in as, again, my base. Blending that out with my finger. And placing Diet Cola over that. Blending it out a little bit with my transition shade. And continuing underneath my waterline with Sleep Paralysis. Let me just tell you, the shadow is very creamy, so be careful if you're using a pointed brush. My god. Continue on with Spiraling. And lastly, my rides here in the outer corner. As per usual, I'm going to be putting my eyeliner on off camera because everybody always makes fun of me when I do it on camera. But for my eyeliner, I'm going to be using... Are you filming? Because I'm not sure that these are eye safe, but I know Jeffree Star's formulation is eye safe, so I'm going to assume these are eye safe as well. And I'll be right back. Adding mascara to my top lashes and to my bottom lashes, I'm going to be coming in with Oh My God. But wait, there's more. So taking a little page from Raw Beauty Christie's book, I actually, from her link, purchased, are you ready for this? Drumroll please, a microscope. I wanted to do this as a little bit of a more so to this collection because I've never done something like this in my videos. So I've got my microscope right here. There we go. Okay. So getting into this. I do have this hooked up to my laptop, so I do have to just work for it from my laptop, but I want to see what hollow looks like. Mini conspiracy eyeshadow palette. Let's get started. So, flat earth under the microscope. Yep, that's pretty matte. Cry on my couch. That's got some shimmer to it almost. It looks like it has some shimmer to it. My boyfriend's purse. Ooh. Damn. Controversy? Like, why do these look like they have slight shimmer to them? Diet root beer? Oh, did I get some blue in there? I might have gotten some blue in there. My apology. Ooh, that looks really pretty. Exposed. That is very flat. Nice little matte. That rhymed. Ooh, that's a really pretty color. I say as it's blue. That is Cancelled with the little teardrop and the Simulation. That is absolutely beautiful. On to the Conspiracy palette. Ooh. First one is Ranch. Girlie got some glitter in her. Told you it was a satin. My Pills. Canacon. Pretty flat. Except for it has a drop of red, You guys see that red? Diet Root Beer. Has slight shimmer to it apparently. Maybe this is a conspiracy. Maybe none of the nuts are actually matte. Just a Theory. That is friggin' beautiful. All these glitters look so beautiful up close. This is Spiraling. Like, this looks like Christmas time. Conspiracy. Oh, that looks beautiful. And that looks like a face. No, it doesn't. Never mind. Pigment. That's what pigskin looks like. Not having it. Food Videos is absolutely beautiful. I already knew that was going to be beautiful. It does have some shimmer in it apparently. Maybe that's just a reflection. I don't even know. Trisha is beautiful. The color. That is just a hot Barbie pink. Cheese Dust. This is what I imagine cheese dust look like if it was under a microscope. Actual cheese dust. Like not cheese dust, but like Cheeto dust. Flaming Hot. What's the Tea? Does have some black specks in it, maybe to darken it up. Diet Cola. Oh my god. That looks absolutely beautiful. It is super blackened though. Not a fact. Has some shimmer to it apparently. Sleep Paralysis. This is the one I'm most afraid of. Like, look at those particles. Illuminati. Again, it's super blackened. And lastly, My Ride's Here, which is just a plain old black. Maybe not. Looks kind of gray, but just plain old black apparently. On to liquid lipsticks. Now these components are obviously going to be very similar to the already very known Jeffree Star ones, obviously because it's his brand. The only difference that I can tell is the fact that instead of saying nothing here, it says Shane Dawson around this one, which is a really nice little touch, I think. But besides that, the lids are obviously different because, well, every single collection that Jeffree Star launches, he launches with different colored lids or maybe like different colored components in general. The last portion of this is going to be looking at the liquid lipsticks. I'm not going to be actually like obviously putting it in here because, oh, and I put it in there. That's what she said. But I do want to see how the, why are you so off base? There we go. How long have I been like that? I did want to see how these liquid lipsticks actually look from the inside. Now this is the outside of them. Now this is the outside of them. And attempting not to get it on the actual lens. Maybe I can do a swatch. Maybe that'll help a little bit more. So this shade is Shane Dawson. Don't let the liquid fool you. I'm not that actually I am that disgusting, but like not right now. You can see exactly when it stops. Next up is, oh my god, that's a great sound. Obviously this does dry down to a matte. Continuing on. Yeah, this is definitely not for my skin color. This is, oh my god. Obviously I still have some swatches left over. And oop. Then there's I Gotta Go, which is, oh my god, incredibly metallic. Look at that glisten. And then lastly we have, are you filming? which I think is the most beautiful color. It's what I have on my lips right now. Actually, let's see what I have on my lips right now. Yes, there's some glitter on there. I tapped on some of Shane. That's why. Let's try my eye. This is terrifying, but that's my brow hair. How does my brow hair have glitter in it? A question we will never know. You can tell exactly where the wing is. Oh, look at that. Not this, but this. Eyelashes are terrifying. Oh, there's the pink. That is absolutely terrifying. Let's go back to this, because this is pretty. And a lot less terrifying. Yeah. I mean, it's still creepy as hell. See the ridges of my skin, but a lot less creepy. Anyways, so I think that's pretty much all I can talk about today. I say that's pretty much all, like it wasn't an entire friggin' video. I really hope you guys like this video. It was kind of weird to see that up close to me. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys!